Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Tom, and we're covering more Motortown stuff today in this video. So I have my own semi and tanker right there. We're not going to use it right now. I kind of want to cover this just off of like a starting point, I guess, like the other few videos have been. So I think when you first start, this is like the only semi that you can use. It's the lowest level needed to do any missions. So you can jump into it and drive it. Rest of them, I can drive all of them, I think, as of now. But so, say this one or this one are the only two that you have available. It's whatever. And then there are options for trailers over here. They're all free to use, just they will. You won't get paid as much of not owning your own stuff, but it works. So, say you want to haul containers. There's a container. You got three options. You can haul small containers, one large, or two smalls, or one large together. Kind of ordeal. It's kind of how that works. So this is a small container. You don't have to do a small container. You can do a big container if you want to too. Really doesn't matter. But so you just back up to it, hook it up, get out, throw up these, jump back in. And there are a few places to pick up containers. You got Jeju Harbor, which the pickup. I don't know why I did that. The pickup point for containers are these yellow ones that look like containers at Jeju Harbor. And we'll go down to right here. Next to Guzan trucks, you got Overseas Import, which has containers that you can pick up. And then, cancel. Dasa Harbor also has containers that you can haul. And yeah, it's all simple. And say this is the first truck that you get, and or that's available to you. You can use any one of those trailers over there for any of the jobs. But we'll run down to the container pickup. We'll grab a decently short distance so I could cover it and do more explaining instead of doing a long haul kind of thing. So there's two places to pick up. They both are the same. You get the same stuff off of both. So you just pull under, and they say 20 footers. You can't carry 40 footers on this trailer. Which, if it's blacked out like this, it either means that there's none, or you don't have the right trailer. So we'll just do a real short one like this one. The Kapua one, I think, is probably the shortest. Or, yep, so looks like that is the shortest one. So we'll just take or that one's decently short too. The Kapua one disappeared. Nope, it's right there. So you just hit load, and it will pay 3,200 bucks. Whatever. So then you pretty much drive it out of here, go deliver it, and then go from there. I will kind of explain it. And unlike some games, you can't damage the cargo, so if you crash the shit out of the vehicle, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all up to, or the only thing that you have to worry about, I guess, is fuel, and I'm pretty sure the company pays for that as well in the game. But you don't have to, like, I've been playing ETS, and you don't have to worry about cargo damage in this game. At all. Unless you're doing, like, tow trucking or something that's fragile, I guess. But other than that, it doesn't matter. I guess we can cover the weight, too, when we get there. Because the more weight that you have, you're more likely to not go very fast, not be able to go up hills or stuff like that. So when you do buy your own stuff, you do have the option to upgrade it, stiffen the suspension and help with the weight and all that stuff, which I could kind of cover that after this as well. But I kind of wanted to do this. Because these are... So the way that I made most of my money at the starting of the game, I physically hauled containers all the way to the bottom of the map and then came back. Without my own truck, I guess to say. Where are we going? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can stay on this road. But yes, so there's a lot of ways to make money. Some pay more than others. But the one thing that is nice about containers, you get paid both directions. You get paid with a full container and you get paid with an empty container returning it. Which is nice. And if I was using my own semi, it'd be a hell of a lot faster, but you're not going to get that option right away. You're not going to have your trucking level up high enough or whatever else. So you're going to have to either rent this truck or buy this truck, and everything to upgrade it requires a certain level anyways, for the most part. So you'll have to obviously level up and drive to get those parts. Like a bigger motor or different stuff to make it go faster and have more power. But yeah. And honestly, I'm pretty sure this truck is the cheapest out of all of them, I guess to say. And yes, in my last video I covered the buses, and I still have the bus running around. It's just I was thinking about just doing it and selling it off, but I already have it out and going, so I'm not too worried about it. I really don't need it to do what it's doing, but yes, I covered it and it's doing what it's doing. It's not like it really matters. And the next video after this, I will cover fuel and contracts, because not everything you can do contracts with, but some stuff you can. So I can kind of cover that and the fuel hauling. Because some stuff you can't do that stuff. So, like, you can crash the crap out of a vehicle and it doesn't really matter. The one thing that I have noticed with they do have like a dual trailer like this, and all the containers for the most part require you to back in. And I'm not that great at backing in trailers in real life unless I take my absolute time. So I suck at this, and I suck at it in games because, well, some of the games feels like they don't turn fast enough, so it kind of sucks, and I'm not good at this. But yeah, so all containers are required to be backed in, and that's that. I didn't have to hit that arrow. That arrow, or what I just pushed, is to load stuff. But yeah, you just back in, it pays you, kind of thing. And then you still have the container on you, and it'll be slightly lighter now since it's empty. So you'll be able to go slightly faster now, and you can deliver it, which is simple. And once you deliver it, you're pretty much done with the truck and trailer. You can leave it sit there, it'll disappear over time, or you just park it back where you got it, kind of ordeal. Doesn't really matter, because it's not your vehicle, so it will disappear over time. Just like if you're driving and there's like a group of cars all stuck together and they're not moving, like they're in a traffic jam, after a while they'll slowly start disappearing to clear up the traffic, I guess. But yeah, so this isn't your vehicle, so it'll disappear, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. And I do have my own company vehicles, so say I tell them to stop doing their job, they'll just sit on the side of the road until I return them back to my house, or put them back to work, kind of ordeal. And I've covered this before, but in the left-hand corner on the bottom is your GPS. It says that we have 4,800 feet to the destination, right? You look over there, it says 2,100. That is if you go straight to the point. The GPS covers the road. Oh, I guess that is one thing that can happen. If you hit something, you can lose your trailer. Also, another thing is if you crash and you get enough damage up front or something, you can mess up your radiator and it will overheat and stuff. But since it's not your truck, you don't really have to be too concerned about it because it won't cost you anything to repair it. But at the same point, if you blow a radiator, you can add antifreeze, I guess. I've never honestly personally done that, but there's an option to cool it down and stuff like that as well. But most of the time, I just take it to a repair shop. I'm not sure, since it's not your own vehicle, I don't know if towing it you would be charged for that, or if the company would be. I guess we could check. Possibly. How the hell do I do that? X. Go to tow to nearest road. Yeah, I guess it looks like you still have to pay for it. So I don't know. So maybe you still have to pay for the towings. But I feel like when you first start the game, I think your like first 3 towings, at least when I first started playing this, the first towings were like cheap or like free or like cheap. And then they slowly went up to what it is now. And with the last update, that was like an actual like update on stuff. Depending on where you're at, the tow trucking or having your vehicle towed may cost more than in other spots, depending on where you're positioned, I guess, and how far you're away or something stupid like that, I guess. But yes, back to this, you just pull back into your spot, and you'll get paid again, and container's gone. And so price does go down. So I was supposed to make $3,200, and it says vehicle owner share is $1,535. So you don't make the full payment, but you still get paid. And I'm just going to take this back over to the other's place. Don't need to, but I'm going to, because I have my own stuff over there, and we will cover a short fuel haul, I guess, and possibly do a contract so I can cover the contracts a little bit. But yeah, we'll cover that in the next video, so none of these are like super long. And they're more helpful if I feel like my videos will be more helpful if they're shorter, so yeah, we'll do that, because instead of rambling on about everything, I can do one thing at a time, kind of thing. But yeah, so you don't even have to bring it back, you can just park it all goofy like this, or whatever. It'll disappear at some point, kind of thing. And a new truck will pop up, and that trailer will be returned over there, kind of thing. But yeah, thank you for coming back, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye-bye.